And we're live. All right. Start with a little coffee. Good. Oh, the stuff you keep. Hey, Jonah. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Tom. What's going on? So, Tom, is Emma coming with you or not? Inquiring minds want to know. Get rid of that. Fantastic. Looking forward to my drive to work. Looking forward to it. Really? If you asked me and I gave that kind of response, I would say I'm joking. Should be nice. Rather a new car. Trying to think of why I would have saved all of these. I'm now going to unsave them. Awesome. Is it just going to be the two of you, Tom? You got jury? Oh, jury duty. Nice. Have fun with that. Hey, Peter, good morning. More magnets. Got my magnet pad. Those for a county that I no longer live in. Really? So how did you see? That happened to me once. We were living in Connecticut for many years, 3 years. And after we left, I got 2 court summons, to appear as a juror. And it's like, I don't live in Connecticut anymore. Okay. Normally, I thought if you're not in that county, if it's a county district, you don't have to do it. I could be wrong. Right. Unicorn, anyone? Another one? Unicorn? My little pony? My little unicorn? Hey, Nick, good morning. What's going on, man? Yeah, I was still registered at my parents' place. Yeah, dude, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Sup, peoples? Sup, Nick? Just getting rid of plastic and shit. The online process to say you no longer live there is annoying, so we're gonna do it in person today. Yeah, interesting. Well, I guess that does mean you get to get out of work. Trying to get that coffee going. Yeah, I hear you on that. Thank God. First thing I do. I stand corrected. A little TMI here, but no, the first thing I do, cat litter box. Every morning. Cats before coffee. I know that just sounds so wrong because it is. All right. Just trying to renegotiate some stuff here. I'm still living at my parents' place. The last time I got the summons, Good morning, George. Happy hump day. And Richie, and to you, brother. How are you? How are things going? How is your hump day? Anthony, good morning. How are you? How often do you clean the litter box? Given that we have got 4 cats, it's multiple times, anywhere from 3 to 6 a day. Thought it was Thursday for some reason. Ah, that's wishful thinking. Wakey, wakey, hands off, Snakey. Nice. Hey, Ray, good morning. Had to feed my cats first. They were acting feral. Feral? Feral. Temporary CA. That's what I carry with me. I don't think it's dry. No, it's still looking a little liquidy. Good. Quiet for now. Oh, quiet is good. Hey, Joe. Good morning. What's going on, brother? Sore, but woke up. So it is a good day. Any day where you wake up on this side of the dirt, it's a good one. Cats are like hobbits. They want second breakfast. Nice. I think that's a lot per day. We only have 1 cat and we clean it like once every 5 days. Yeah, when we had 1 cat, that was the same way. These little disgusting pieces of shit, no. Multiple times. Anyway. Fizz. Hi, Diddly. What's going on, brother? So you got the automated litter box. They usually get emptied once a week. Way easier than running around like a cat turd archaeologist. Oh, yeah, no. We're a cat turd archaeologist. That's my job. And what's interesting is it's like the cats that we now have. It's like, hey, can we get more cats? No. Okay, here's another cat. And then they don't clean them. The girls don't clean them. All right. Wood sculpting tools. I guess I'm going to have to find a home for these things. I picked these up when I got the my lathing tool. Never really had a need for them. So I'm not lathing wood. Oh, my cats quit letting a raccoon in to eat with them. They wouldn't be so hungry at 5. Nice. Fizz. Tom. I just got back from dig just now. Morning, guys. Did you really? Hey, Ken. What's going on, man? Fizz, Ray, Tom, Anthony, Richie, Nick, Peter. Good day to all. Ken. So why not let Emma get another cat? Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's the rule here too. Oh, but they're so cute. You know, you go to like a pet store to go pick up food and everything like that, and you know there's a couple of PetSmarts around here that have adoption agent areas. So you look at all the cats and you look at them. Oh, they're so cute. It's like I don't want to clean another one. Event went good. Did 60, 70 people. Yeah, it's kind of what I heard. That's awesome, Richie. Yeah, I was talking. Fizz was try again. Clint was on yesterday and saying something to that effect. That it was pretty well attended. Jojo, hey Joe, Fizz. We're up to 5, and that's plenty for me. And we can't do outdoor cats here. They don't last long. Yeah, we don't do outdoor cats either. They're all indoor cats until they escape, and then they become outdoor cats, and we got to go looking for them. And that's another fun conversation I'm not going to have. All right, so we've got in here. Rub and Buff Silver Leaf. We talked about this stuff when I picked it up a couple years back. It was actually when we were in Maryland the last time. This is the backpack for the Zoth the original 1986 version. Gotta find a home for this. I'll be here for a second. Ooh, here we go. Fun stuff. So where did all my photo etch circle thingies go? I found them. Photo etch circle thingies. Let's see. Yeah, it was good. On to the next one in September. Yeah, there you go. Nice. We don't have many cat killing things around here. I would only have one if it had to be inside. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have one. One, max of two. 4 is just too much. Too much. And especially when everybody just wants to have cats but not take care of cats. Not fun. Here's this stuff when I was etching wine bottles with a silver filler used. Oh, really? What did George do on the live today? Just a little rub and buff. Exactly. But what happens at the 6 a.m. live stream stays. Oh, I guess it doesn't really stay here. So I'm just trying to see if this actually goes into this package or not. Just trying to see if it goes into one of these packages. I'm hoping. I just want to get rid of this fucking thing. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Find homes for everything. Look, it's my soap and my wiener. I'll wash it as fast as I want. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, that's wild. Sorry, guys. Let's get all this stuff out of here. All right, so this package just has a lot of photo etch things, including these here. I don't know why I put these in here. That's not a good place to do that. So let's put these things where they should go, which is with all of the drilling and other types of tools. And I don't even use those anymore because you burn through those things. No time flat. No time flat. Two of these though ain't too bad. Getting a little too much reflection there. Of course, now I just lost that little PE piece, but does it really matter? No, not in the least. I got it. Anyway, anybody got anything special going on today, guys? It's yesterday was a somewhat quiet day of work, though it started out kind of interestingly. So something is happening with the company. This is great. Something is happening with our company. Something's getting sold. To whom? We don't know. We had a company that's coming that does brokering that came in yesterday and to talk to us and to set up individual meetings with us. It's like, so are you buying us? Or are you helping to sell us? And if you're buying, then I can kind of understand why you'd want to meet with us. But if you're selling the company, why do you need to meet with us? But okay. Anyway, interesting to see where all this goes. So Friday, I've got a meeting with Friday. I have a meeting with the people there. What's it about? Fuck if I know. Hey, can we meet on Friday? Sure. Great. See you then. Okay. Finishing the towel. Hey, Edwin. What's going on, brother? Good evening. is close enough, but it's not done yet. Work then home. Love it. That sounds more like downsizing. Yeah, and considering how small we are, once I have a clearer idea of this, we'll probably talk a little bit more about this. Is this Office Space? Does Michael Bolton work there? What do you do in a day? Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll get those kinds of questions. I love it. I love it. Yeah, something tells me this is going to not go extremely well, but we'll see where it goes. It's more like a downsizing. Yep. It's Office Space. Sure feels like it. Where's my stapler? Yep. I'm doing an Instagram live Friday. Gonna open up some GTCG boost. Ooh, cool. On Instagram. Nice. Like the singer. Yeah. When they want to meet with each person, it is most likely to see who they can cut and who they can double the work for. Yeah. When we met with them last week, when they came in to just kind of like fill us in that there's transition happening, which we're all in favor of because the guy who runs the company is a moron. He's way beyond retirement. He should definitely be gone. However, how he's going about it is not all that smart or good. But when we met with them, one of the things I said to them, it's like, I've been through this before, so when people start talking about, culture and trying to maintain culture and trying to make sure that, things move forward in a good way. It's like, that to me, there's always language that gets tossed out. That's never a good thing, So yeah, I think right now, first of all, if they wanted to downsize, they in some ways, they can't because we're such a lean force. Could they? Sure. It's going to put the company in a very perilous position if they want to go forward. If they decide to infuriate anybody, like we got a couple people, like if they go, that's the end. There's I don't know what you're going to be seeing in terms of value of growth because you don't have the personnel that you need. So once again, it comes back to, so why is this happening? Still don't know. That's the time you forget to put cover page on your TPS reports. I'll send you the memo. Yep. I have to go now, sleep, then overnight, finishing the task. See you tomorrow. Edwin, have a good evening, my friend. Thank you for popping in. Yeah. Once again, don't know where any of this is going. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. I'll try to get one of my kids made this for me. Years and years ago. It's always good to have your kids' artwork out somewhere. So I'm going to have to find a place to put this little guy. Leave him right there for now. When it gets cut, that sucks. Yeah. The new investors took over my company. We had a meeting with them. And mine was the shortest. They asked what I do. I said everything. And they looked at my boss and he gave them a nod. Yeah. I said everyone and just keep the clients. The issue with that, Tom, is there's always been a thought of in a trade that, you get the client list. Client lists aren't valid. They're not important. Maybe it'll be for the positive. It's positive. Absolutely. We're looking I think what I'm hoping for, we're not going to be going from out of the frying pan into the fire can, but I think it's like, if we can actually have something good come of it, like we know where the momentum is and where the growth is going to be. And look, in the end, I'm going to try to keep a positive approach to this, but I've also, unfortunately, when you've been down this road a couple times, it's still, if it quacks like a duck and it smells like a duck and it tastes like a duck, it's probably a duck. So, yeah. So when they looked at everything, yeah. So I'm kind of in that position too. What do you do? Just about everything. Client lists. You work for different. You run on paper. Yeah, more money. And if they decide, and they might do that, they might kind of, anyway, we'll know very soon what's going on. We'll know very soon what's going on. But client lists are we. I remember a competitor closed about 10 to 15 years ago, not too far from where we were. And he was trying to shop his client list, and he was asking like, I don't know, $100,000 for it. And it's like, why do I have to pay for that? At some point, they're going to need support. They're going to come to the guy who's nearby. Client lists and inventory have zero value. Last time with this type of transition, my company bought someone else, kept half the staff and transitioned the clients, and the remaining half shrunk again by half. Yeah. Hey, right now, if they want to kind of help foster that, get us to a certain growth and then start eliminating some of us, okay. In another year or two, we'll see what happens. I'm not, I'm getting closer to retirement. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, what will I have one more job before I retire? It's possible. It is certainly possible. Plastic. Okay. I started taking stuff out. Haven't found homes for a lot of it, which ain't too good. Let's find homes for stuff like this. This is the scrap bin area. It was a very personal connection situation. The clients stayed. Yeah. Being online really fucked the value of most client lists. Now, if someone closes, they just Google what's open and closest. Yeah. I don't think it's fucked. I think that's actually, in some ways, it's created. So here's what it comes down to. Okay. If we think about a company, what is the value of a company? Okay. One can say it's the intellectual property that they have in terms of whatever they're selling, marketing, whatever, if there's something unique to that. They could say it's the materials that they have on hand. They can say it's the the client list, right? They could say all of that stuff. There is no client list. Remember, there is no client list. Exactly. And if you pay Google, you can be at the top. Exactly. So the point of all this. So let's take it. A client list, like to Ray's point. They'll find someplace else to go. Just Google it. They'll find someplace else to go. So that's useless. The materials, it's everything in our industry is just in time. So if I need something for a job, I'll order it. Do I stock TVs? A few, but do I stock many? No, because it's just in time. Do we stock, relatively expensive or even inexpensive pieces of hardware that I can get like in a day from one of my distributors? No. Let them warehouse it. I don't want to warehouse that shit. So there's a second thing. And then in terms of intellectual property, like what do you have that's special that somebody else doesn't? And in our business, it's like we are one of many great integration companies, but there are many other ones too. So you don't have anything special that way. So what do you have? And it always comes back to it's your people, and that's one of the things that before all this stuff started, it's like when the guy who's currently our engineer was looking to buy the company, he's like, there's no value to anything here except for the personnel, because we built a team that knows what needs to get done. We know each other. We've been together for, I think, the minimum of 5 years. And some of us have been with the company for over 30. So when you think about that kind of range of personnel, with the average probably being somewhere in the, I've been with the company almost 16 years. When you think about that, what's your strength? It's who you have there who can kind of like, okay, we know what to do next. You don't have to train. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Anyway, I think that private clients and business clients have different properties. I look at private clients and business clients. It's the same thing. Private clients, if you're talking about, okay, so here's an example, a family friend. He has a personal cook. So he will go to different people to cook for them their meals. They're either older, They don't have the ability to cook for themselves anymore because of an injury or something like that. This guy's job is to do that. Great. I would imagine if he brought somebody in to sell the company, he would introduce them to all the clients individually. That's great. But a list, here are all the people we've worked with. Okay, whatever. I think of Mighty Python version, a Monty Python version. Yeah, yes, exactly. Then we fold in the client list. Company I was at, they didn't value the employees because in the IT area for a small business, very replaceable. Yeah, maybe. And I would say that I think that's always short-sighted thinking. Now, that's not the case with every company. I guess it just depends on the size of your company. We're a fairly small company. We're a 10-person firm. So for us, we know what duties are. We know how to delineate. We built, the funny thing is, in many ways, we've built, and it's not perfect, the machine to be able to execute projects from the sales process through the design and engineering process, through the project management process, through the installation process. We can scale it depending on, this is a simple television hang through, $1 million, full home and installation. We can scale it completely, but we built the processes there, irrespective of the owner of the company who's clueless, because he just like wings it. So, to me, there's your strength right there. But that's just me. So my daughter, my older daughter, years ago, did a wonderful little sock puppet video for one of her French class. Oh God, can't remember. I think it might have been sophomore year of high school. I've actually saved all of the puppets. She's like, I don't think I want these things. I'm like, I want these. I got to actually see if I can find the video of this because this was great. She may have even posted it on YouTube a while ago. Oh, that was just awesome. Love that shit. That shit your kids do, it's just the best. Let's see. George, really what? What did I say, Joe? Our result with companies, so we can just leave and say, bring the clients due to silly legal jargon. Yeah. Oh, I get that too. What the hell is in here? It's like a little nubby. What is that? What's in here? I don't know. That looks just like a nub. So we will get rid of the nub. Does not know the process. Oh, no. We actually, the funny part about it is when he started getting into more and more installation work, they had no plan, no schedule, none of it. So, all right, the guys would show up, including technicians who are ready to install. Where are we going today? I don't know. Let's see who we can call and see what we can do today. That's how he did things for the first number of years, until he had a general manager come in and said, we need to start scheduling shit, like being a professional company. I'm going to put stuff temporarily in here. This is the stuff that I'm not quite certain what to do with quite yet. This, on the other hand, toss over there. I have a Christmas tree pottery coffee coaster my daughter made for me in grade school that I use every day till my daughter is 22 now. Oh, yeah. So, Anthony, my daughter is just turned 23 back like a week ago. Actually, a week ago today. So our children are kind of similar age. He doesn't do the ride-alongs. Oh, he did? Oh, yeah. Does he do the ride-alongs? Anyway, one of these days, maybe over beers, we'll go into the and like I said, guys, just so you know, I don't have a problem in saying this about the owner of our company, even though it might jeopardize whatever happens with the new company. But I have no problem in saying this. And I've said this to his face. He is not a very smart guy in terms of business. In fact, he is the worst person I've ever worked for. I've used that term in front of him. He's like, really? I said, yes. You have no business sense whatsoever. Everybody says go this way. The industry says go this way. You go that way. That's always how you've been. Really? Yeah, I said, you're bad. You've been fortunate to have good people around you, which is what saved your company. Really? It's like, yeah. That conversation was just over a year ago, and guess what? I'm still employed. Why? Because I think he knows I'm right. Yep, my daughter is my youngest of three. Wow. Yeah, my 23-year-old is my oldest. My younger, I've got two. My younger one is about to start college, and she just turned 18 in April. Should have zigged when you zagged. Yep, maybe he doesn't like authority like you. I could go into the psychology of what I think is wrong with him, but I don't think that's a conversation for here. I will say just once again, he's a moron. Very capable technically, used to be more so, but he is a business moron. But did you die? Right. What do we got here? Very nice card. I should actually start saving stuff like this. So that's the little sheet I had for kind of like sizing things to make sure I got everything appropriately sized in relation to like how tall a person is. So the cannons in the Spartan were not small. The weapons were not small. That might go into the little archive that I create. I'm actually kind of excited about doing that. Just creating like a little, like what was there and what improved. My middle son is 24. My oldest is 28. Wow. Wow. So Anthony, you and I might not be of dissimilar ages. Okay, this is going to be scary because this, I hope this isn't moldy. This is my dry palette. Not so bad. Look at that. Paint just peels right off. I love it. It's kind of funny. It was good having a wet palette. I'll give you that. This is actually I now understand a little bit more about how to and when not to use it, but it's a good thing to have. I need to find a home for the wet palette, though. I'm tired of digging holes, Grandpa. Yeah. Okay. Come on, close up. So last night, if anybody's interested, and I know this is like a weird request, but if anybody's interested, I updated our website, the ipmspatriot.org website, and I updated it because I wanted to add as much information on PatCon as possible, but also make it as easily accessible as possible. I'd love to see if anybody has an opportunity to take a look at it and report back tomorrow. That'd be great. I'm sure we are both pretty close in age. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm turning 60 this year, so I'm a number. It's a number. I just kind of look at myself and I go, fuck, I'm older than I remember when my dad was. When I was a kid, and I looked up at my dad and I thought, man, he's kind of old, and I'm way older than he was when I first said that. 43? Sure. And my wife is 29. She's been 29 for many, many years. All right. Let's get this stuff put away. Now this is all dry. I can just store everything in here. I'm 51, so yeah. 60 is not, well, no, it's not. You are a young man. 51. Mom's been 28 for years now. Yeah, exactly right. My wife has said for years her grandmother, was it her grandmother? I think it was her grandmother. So she was born like 1920, 1921, about the same age as my dad. And at that, when she was born, I guess, and she had family, or there's some way of being able to manipulate your age. So she made herself younger, like every couple of years or whatever. So she would actually, I think, like she was born in 21 and then ended up like her birth certificate once at point said 23. And then I think it even got revised and said something like 25. I got to ask my wife for details, but it was interesting that she got younger. That's wild. That's 25, not 29. Ooh, hell. 25, not 29. What you think? She's that old? No, it's 29 because it's not 30. You'll always perpetually be 29. My mother said the same thing. She was always 29. It was funny as hell. Dang, kids before 20. Yeah. Try and play the young man role. Yeah. My sister got her happy 40th birthday card early. Oh, did she really now? Nice. Was she born in a leap year? Maybe. Right. It's funny how you can manipulate that stuff back then. All right, palette. I don't think I can put the palette in here. Maybe not there. I don't think I have space to store that. This will have to go somewhere in with the rest of the oil paints, I think. I might have to do a paint drawer part 2. 29s means you're like 8 years out of college, 25 much closer. Yeah. Tom, I don't make the rules. I'm just reporting them. A plastic cover for something. Wow. No, I'm not saying we're done here. We got a long way to go, but shit's happening. Command strips, can't have enough of those. More plastic baggies. I'll drop the plastic baggies there. Crazy ones still claim they 21. Yeah, see, that's stupid. You can like 29, 30, you can kind of fudge to be, you can look older and still say you're 29. But 21, yeah, that's kind of pushing it. If you're like 35, you don't look 21 anymore. I'm just saying. Just during drinking age. Yeah, that ain't happening. Sorry. No, not that's not reality. Ooh. Back wall front light. Fuck, what was this from? Oh. This was the original concept drawing I did for the base for the VK7201. I'm going to angle that. But that I didn't want to hold on to. Pop it right up there. Another little bin with more plastic baggies. I like that with the younger looking ones. Did you now? Where they're most, you get 60 years old, still trying to be 20. I know. I'm not even going to go there. I think that's dumb fuck. Look, I understand that there are some people who age more gracefully. They look great at whatever age. Who are we just looking at? There was an actor we just saw, and he looked. Benjamin Bratt looks fabulous, right? But oh man, wow, that's a blast from the past. Star Market bottle opener when they were on Com Ave in Alston. Jesus. This has to be from when I lived in Boston, so this has got to be like 30 years old. Oof, hang that up here. Find a home for that later. Fuck, what was I saying now? Sorry, I got derailed by that. Yeah, but some people look just great to the point of, look, guys, I understand that this world continues to be one of those really crazy places where physical beauty is still considered to be a very important thing. So as the older we get, the more we have to continue to look beautiful, acceptable to whatever, whatever gender you want to look appropriate to. But at the same time, what was it that oh God, who was the it came I know I heard it. It had to be like Tori Kwame when oh God, I gotta before I don't want to relate this because I'm gonna probably butcher it, but he was talking about a woman who had who straightened her hair. She had very curly hair, and she straightened her hair. And he's like, why are you trying to change that? He goes, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna still get my permanent and straightening your hair. He goes, it's not a permanent, it's a temporary. And I thought that that was always a really good response to people who try to change their physical appearances, because you're doing this for probably for vanity more than anything. But and I understand personal vanity. Some people feel more comfortable that way. I've had this conversation with particularly my daughters for years, but just like in the end, doesn't matter what you look like. It's what's in here that counts. Oh, look, another Tribble. 2 small ones, 1 large one. Okay. And one of these things, which usually goes somewhere up here to open bottles. Sorry, you're looking at my armpit, and I apologize. There, right there. I wear my gray proudly nowadays. Yeah. Dude, what gray? It's all white for me. And what's there, right? So, yeah. What are you going to do? Straightened hair is fine. Botox and plastic surgery is insane. Yeah, but Tom, it's still the slippery slope. I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's the same concept as you're trying to change physically that about you. I've been asked for years, like, don't you want to grow hair? It's like, why? First of all, I don't mind not having hair because it's easier to clean, but it's like, why do I care? It's like it's why do I want to fight that battle? You got to just continue to do stuff in order to fight what's not there. It's interesting how Jamie Lee Curtis speaks about age. Yes, and I think she's right, and she's like I don't think she's done. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know her well enough, but I don't think she's done anything that's forced her to change who she is. This is how she looks. Maybe she's got the luck of the draw with her genes and everything like that. I'm sure she works in being physically fit and everything, but none of it. Well, but how will Brad ask me out to the prom if I don't look pretty? Exactly. No, Fizz, I get it. I know. And because we're so all right. So we are programmed as human beings to be attracted to younger, more beautiful people because there's something about the procreation of the species. I get it, but we've also moved along far enough. Move on. Okay, let's see where we are. But how the prom? My daughter's grandpa dyed his hair. It's still gray underneath. And I still don't have a dress. Exactly. I got my first gray hairs in my beard. Are you really, Nick? Dude. She hasn't done very much with her looks. No, she doesn't need to. Now, again, she got the luck of the draw. She's a beautiful woman. Her parents, Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis, right? She's great. She got lucky. Other people aren't that fortunate, but it doesn't matter. All you're going to do is continue to fight that battle. There was when I was watching the tour, there was an ad. By the way, the tour was great. Congratulations to Tadej Pogacar. Crushed it. But there was an ad for Botox at one point, and I'm like, to eliminate crow's feet, right? And I'm thinking, because, I want people to see my smile. It's like, your smile is still there. You're putting the shit in you in order to do what? To eliminate wrinkles? I hate to tell you, they're going to come back. At some point, when you're dead, you're going to be very wrinkly. Just going to say. All right. Georgia hair migrated and bleached by the sun. Yeah, okay, you're being optimistic. Yeah. I could care less what color my hair is. We're in a military cause still, even though I have been out of the Marines since '99. Wow, yeah, that's exactly. Wear it the way you want to, Anthony. You know, that's the whole thing. And it's gonna turn gray. And you know what? And if you've still got a full head of hair, great. And if you don't, fine. My first gray is on my beard. Ooh, fizz too. Really early at around 24, and I've been getting snide remarks from my mom and my friends saying, God, you're old. Oh, fuck. It's going to be a lot of confused people who are married their pretty spouses when their kids get born. It's happening a lot in Asia. Hold it. What? Yeah, I've got like 6. That's funny as hell. It's going to be a lot of confused people who have married their pretty spouses when their kids get born. It's happening a lot in Asia. I'm not sure I understand that fully, but okay. I think a guy sued his wife after his kids were born due to that. Because she didn't look young? Jesus Christ. I got a lot of gray now. You're all killing me. Yeah, I know. My friends, it comes with the territory. Why fight it? All right. Tomorrow, we get to work on this last bin, which includes this little gal, speaking of hair, who's actually had her hair snipped in order to do some testing on a, what they call it, on adding like like flares to a lance or something like that. Anyway, she will be worked on. Oh, God. Cardboard. You can put that back with the oils. I got gray strips. My girlfriend is Thai, and she is a year younger than me and looks like she is very well early 30s. Crazy. That's awesome. Yeah. Again, genetics, you know. That particular article, Tom, apparently the wife had a lot of surgery before they got married, and the husband got thrown for a loop when the kids were born. Oh my God. That means about the amount of makeup that Asian girls use is hilarious. You know, stupid. I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say it. That's stupid. Give it a rest. I don't want to hear about it. Anyway, put her up here. She can stare you all down. Actually, kind of like that. All right. We've actually cleared out quite a few bins here. The only thing I'm definitely going to put this back here. My magnetically held magnets. It is what it is. Age is only as old as you really feel. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, if yeah, we'll leave it there, Anthony. I couldn't agree more. It is what it is. You know, you want to be younger, then it's not going to be changing your physical appearance. Go do something that makes you feel younger. Go do the stuff that you did when you were younger. Have at it. She got the Asian gene. She will look like 30 when she is 50. Once she turns 60, she'll look 70. That's funny. All right, I got to find homes for tribbles. That's going to be fun. All right, so tomorrow, I'm going to kind of wrap up, I think, this area and then start putting stuff away, or at least better distributing stuff. Like I still got to figure out what I'm going to do with this, because all my masking stuff is usually right about here, but I don't think it's going to fit there. We'll see. Anyway, with that, my friends, it's about that time for me to head them up, move them out. Do you still have a tribble problem? Oh, fuck yeah. Well, my daughter bought like a bunch of them and interspersed them throughout. So yes, we find them everywhere. There's some in the theater. There's some in my bedroom. There's some in the drawers in my bedroom. It's like, I love my daughter. She's such a geek. She's just like me. If I had the same stuff I did 20 years ago, probably kill me. I can't believe I survived at the first. Yes, I'm not saying go out and try to, yes, there's physically things you can't do. Don't go out of your way to kill yourself. But I'm saying at least try to do something that's parallel to it that won't kill you. Yes, like doing crimes. That's always makes me feel like I'm a hell yeah. Go out there and do crimes. Just rewatch the Tribble episodes of Star Trek. You want me to rewatch them? We just did recently. The Great Tribble Hunt, the Deep Space Nine episode on the Tribbles. The when they integrated the episode of the Tribbles was fabulous. Who cares what you look like? Live each day to the fullest. It could be your last. Mike, amen, brother. Mike, hello, by the way. I'm not sure if you popped in earlier, but amen to that. Later, Space Noids. Have a good day, y'all. You too, Fizz. Later, Joe. Guys, stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning. Fun conversation. I will tell you, these conversations make cleaning the desk a whole lot more enjoyable and fun. I like the new Tribble carnivorous one. Come on, Duke. Let's go do some crimes. Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Repo Man. Later, fellas. All right, guys. Go out there and brighten the world as much as you possibly can. It's a crazy world. It is a messed up world. It is a dangerous world. Every day is getting, in some ways, worse if we let it. Try to go out there and brighten it for somebody. Make somebody's day a good one, kind of like what you do here every morning. I will tell you, everybody here brightens my day just that much. And it's I'm thankful for it. So stay young, you old farts. Nice neck. Do good, guys. Enjoy the day. Love you all. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.